Welcome back to Today in History, and thank you for joining us. Have you ever wondered how one day in history can hold stories of queens, rockets, pop icons, and even a mysterious Incan city? Stick around, you won't believe what's happened on July 24th throughout the centuries. On July 24th, 1567, Mary Queen of Scots was forced to abdicate the Scottish throne. After a series of scandals and rebellions, the nobles pushed her to step down in favor of her infant son, James VI, who was crowned at just 1 year old. This moment set the stage for the eventual unification of Scotland and England under James in 1603. Fast forward to 1851, when the British public finally saw the end of the infamous window tax. Dubbed a tax on light and air, it had been in place for nearly 2 centuries. Its repeal followed harsh winters and growing outcry, and it marked a win for public health and fairness in taxation. The Grand Hotel in Scarborough officially opened its doors on this day in 1867. Not just a seaside retreat. It was a monument to time itself, with 4 towers for the seasons, 12 floors for the months, 52 chimneys for the weeks, and originally 365 rooms, 1 for each day of the year. Amelia Earhart was born on the 24th of July, 1897, a fearless aviator and women's rights advocate. She broke records, crossed oceans, and defied expectations. Her 1932 solo flight across the Atlantic was just one highlight in a career that inspired generations. Her disappearance in 1937 remains one of aviation's great unsolved mysteries. On this day in 1911, explorer Hiram Bingham brought Machu Picchu to the attention of the wider world. While locals already knew of the site, Bingham's expedition shone a global spotlight on the ancient Incan citadel and sparked a wave of archaeological exploration across the Andes. In 1936, the UK's General Post Office launched the first speaking clock service, known as Tim. It was voiced by Ethel Kane, a London telephonist selected for her clear and precise English. It was a small but significant leap in public technology, blending human voice with innovation. July 24, 1948 saw the debut of Marvin the Martian in a Looney Tunes cartoon. With his Roman-style helmet and softly menacing tone, he quickly became one of Warner Brothers' most memorable animated villains, a bizarre and hilarious product of post-war space-age imagination. Then, in 1950, Cape Canaveral hosted its very first rocket launch with a Bumper 8, a fusion of American and German engineering. It reached over 10 miles in altitude. That launch marked the beginning of what would become NASA's main stage for space exploration. Born on this day in 1969, Jennifer Lopez would go on to become a global star. From her breakout role as Selena to a chart-topping music career, she smashed barriers in entertainment and business, becoming one of the most influential Latina figures in pop culture. On the 24th of July, 1984, George Michael's haunting ballad Careless Whisper was released in the US. That unforgettable saxophone riff and bittersweet melody captured hearts around the world and cemented Michael's status as a leading voice in 80s pop. The world witnessed cinematic realism like never before on this day in 1998, with the release of Saving Private Ryan, directed by Steven Spielberg. Its unflinching portrayal of D-Day and the horrors of war earned it 5 Academy Awards and a permanent place in film history. And finally, in 2005, Lance Armstrong crossed the finish line to claim his 7th Tour de France title. It was the stuff of sporting legend until 2012, when a doping scandal saw him stripped of every title. His dramatic fall from grace left behind one of the most complex legacies in modern sport. From monarchs losing crowns to voices telling the time, and rockets launching to pop icons rising, the 24th of July proves that every date on the calendar carries moments that changed the world. If you enjoyed this journey through time, don't forget to follow or subscribe for more daily dives into history. There's a story behind every day, and tomorrow's might just surprise you.